Hello gamers, and welcome to another review video by me, Ryan, as always, and welcome. So this is going to be Out of the Abyss, a campaign book by Wizards of the Coast, because you know I love 5e, because this is my first gaming system that I jumped in to play Dungeons and Dragons. This is a review based off my experiences with 5e. I've had no experiences with the others, as always, so you have to take it just, this is my opinion, as everybody else is on YouTube, in the land of the internet. So, got Demogorgon on the front, looks awesome as hell. It's a little bit glossy. I'm so sorry about the focus on my camera. You know, maybe because I keep waving my hand around, but you know, it's my hand. Blurb on the back. You can read that in any of the bookstores where you see this. This is a campaign that runs from level 1 to 15, so this is a complete campaign in a book. It's not split into two parts like the Tiamat campaign, so you can just run it how you want. So, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know how it begins, just like turn this video off. You know, just turn it off. You still here? Good. Okay, so the campaign begins by having all of your characters captured by the Drow. In my campaign, I'm going to have them, you know, have a story beforehand, and then maybe they get captured at a later point. Just throwing my own thing in there. Stop waving my hand around because of the focus. There we go. So they get captured, and obviously the first part of the campaign, chapter 1, is escape. And once they escaped, they have a number of choices of place to go in the Underdark. It's all detailed in here. There are NPCs that will push them towards going to different areas because they have their own reasons, depending on the NPCs that help them and, you know, the ones that actually survive. So yeah, so it could be completely different depending on how the characters interact with the NPCs. So when they are captured, they're put into a slave pen with a number of characters. A number of NPCs with the pictures. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's a set of twins. So 10. Let's go for 10, 11. Yes, 11, because the last one's are twins, Topsy and Turvy. So the NPCs are different. They have their own agendas, and spoilers, some of them are crazy because they are suffering from madness. Madness plays a huge part in this campaign. And there's tables for you to roll on depending on what, you know, demon lord you come up against, which is all detailed in the back. As always, there is a flick back. There is Appendix A. So Appendix A, modifying background. So as with the other campaigns, there are substitute features and substitute bonds, so you can swap them out for the backgrounds and personalities for your characters if you want them to have a more specific tie-in and a hook to get them into the campaign. They're quite flavourable, and some of them are quite nice as well. There are a few key magic items. Some of them are just quoted to guide you to the Dungeon Master's Guide. So if you have the Dungeon Master's Guide, go get it, because it's a need. There is these new spell gems and crystals, and there's like a table here for rarity and what they actually do. Special creatures that appear in the book, as a second appendix, and you know, there's quite a lot of them, as you can see. The Pudding King, he's a cool character, and then there's the Demon Lords. So all the Demon Lords are depicted in here. So you got Baphomet. I'm so sorry about my pronunciation, but this is how I'm going to pronounce them. Demogorgon, Fraz Ublu, Gratst, Jubilex, Orcus, Yenagor, and Zugmonti. That's how I'm going to pronounce it right now. I'm probably getting it wrong, so if I'm getting it wrong, put a comment, write it for Names Cleed so I can correct myself. So they all have these madness tables, and they're all different. It's all percentile dice, or you could just pick one for one of your characters to be consumed by if they see one of these avatars of the demon lords. So they're the demon lords. They have their own stat blocks. Demogorgon and Orcus, by challenge rating, are the most tough in the book. They both got challenge rating of 26. Others have got challenge rating of 24 and 23. But they're the badasses, the Mac Daddies of this book. So the artwork's very nice. Blando, who does the cartography for the maps, has done a great job. Done a great job. Where's the map? Here we go. Flick past it. So that's the map of Vulcanvelve, which is the first where you get captured, and Elvira keeps you prisoner. Chapter 2, Into the Darkness, that's where you escape. You escape and then you can go out wherever you want. And then there is a map. So Vulcanvelve is here. And then obviously this is all of the Sword Coast depicted as in the Underdark. So it's got some like time, how long it takes to travel between locations, you know, whereabouts, upper dark, middle dark, lower dark, etc, etc. Because there's different depths in the Underdark, and the artwork is great. So there's a lot of tables for like random encounters. So like the Hook horror layer is a random encounter, and it's got its own map. It's got its own story behind it. You know, the Ooze Temple, I'm just flicking through really. The Dark Lake is where you get your first. Potentially is where you see Demogorgon for the first time, and your NPCs are introduced to him. So yeah, so I mean, I'm just flicking through the book. I mean, if you look at the artwork is fantastic. You can tell that there's an Alice in Wonderland influence to this book, and it just shines through, especially through some of the artwork. So come on, focus. There we go. So he's a Durgar, and you've got Darrow, and you've got all the other kind of swanky things that you find in the Underdark. You know, Drow or Dro, however you want to pronounce it. I want to pronounce it Drow. So if it frustrates you, tough. Brooder Barhammer. So if you read the novels, fan service, and I'm just flicking through the book. I haven't read it completely, but the artwork of the demon princes are the demon lords are pretty sweet. My favorite, because it's purple and has 6 fingers. So yeah, I mean, this book, the content in it is great, the artwork is great. It's just a great product from Wizards of the Coast. I can see this being completely open-ended for my group. So there's a point in the book where it says that the characters should get back to the surface, and I think I wouldn't run this as a railroaded campaign and force them to go into it. So I would give them opportunities to go back to it and then carry on this storyline, but just have it as an open-ended world for them to if they want to go somewhere else, and then mix it in with some other stories. And just keep it favourable, because when you get to the end and you come up against the demon lords at the end, if you're not going to be level 15, you're going to be screwed. And the way that way that it should be run is there shouldn't be anything to be trifled with. And it's the same as Tiamat. So if you do skimp it and then fluff the rolls, let them win, it's just going to do the enemies the bad the big bad boss at the end disservice, because they're supposed to be demon lords as such. At the end they've done this cool thing where it's and afterwards, so you get to see like some sketches, artwork, and it details like them, how they they went around designing some stuff. It's got notes from Chris Perkins in here as well. And again, just some more artwork, and there's just like a front, back, and side depiction of Demogorgon, because, you know, he's on the cover, so he's the main guy. He is the guy of the story. Well, yeah, this is just a great product. I can't really say much more than that. Get it. If you want to get it from your local gaming store, I would get it from your local gaming store. You know, support your local gaming store, because, you know, that's where I assume you're going to do your gaming. So support them. If you need to get this on the cheap as much as possible, Amazon, you know, they're somewhere on there, they'll be able to do it as cheap as you can. But support your local gaming store, because without them, you have nowhere to do this apart from your home, and with people that have other responsibilities, that becomes a little bit difficult. So anyway, I'm going to stop gibbering on, because this has gone on too long. So this is a great book. Pick it up. Out of the Abyss, Demogorgon, horrible Alice in Wonderland influence. Get it, play it, love it. Do all the YouTube things, like, comment, give me any suggestions that you want to see. If you want to see more content in more depth, tell me and I'll do it. Just tell me and I'll do it. Peace.